Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Dean Callan Show. Sorry for starting a little bit late. I mean, I should say this. I might as well just put that in the intro because it happens every single time. I got Facebook permission error, #200. Don't know what that means, but I'll Google it after I'm finished drinking my pint of Guinness with Stuart. Now, be warned, Stuart is ready to go, right? Raring, ready to go. But I'm not gonna lie. I just pressed this evil button that resets the size of the box that Stuart would be shown in if I were to add him onto the screen. And like, Stuart, don't be upset with me, okay? Let's see if this works. Oh, wrong camera. Let's try that a different way. No. It's just not my day.
Computer says no.
Computer says no. Let's go into the manual settings on this thing. Where is it? Like, where are you? Come on. Why is it that one? Try 4 and 3. No.
What?
No.
I popped up somewhere.
All right. Let's try this again. This is so bad. What have I done to myself? I've pressed the button that resets all my settings, basically.
I just want to get
Camera 3 on. Hey, there we go. I'm going to change the size in just a moment, but before I lose my mind completely, I'm going to have some Guinness. All right.
Cheers, brother.
Sláinte, man. Oh, yes. I don't know. Can you see? I give up on that game now. I'm getting
It's
too
just a
old
way
for
for you to
games.
fucking smash more Guinness for the company. Like, there's no benefit
All right,
for
hold
it.
on. That echo's gone, right? Could you hear the echo?
There was an echo.
There was.
Sure.
That's my headphones.
Oh, okay, cool.
That was my. I'm not going to monitor now. We just turn the headphones all the way up. Now let's have a look and see what I can do here with. Oh, wow! The camera was unhappy with me then. Did you see that? It's just decided to like glitch out. Oh, that's what I know why. See, Dean, you shouldn't be changing things on the fly. Come on, man. Come on, stupid box. Why do you hate me so? You know what? Oh, I see. That's why. I'm in the wrong spot. Oops. Right. Let's go. Hudson.
Yes, mate.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Always well.
It was you that told me I should get like help on this show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You definitely told me that.
I did. I even offered it.
I've got an idea. Go into file. No. How do I restart us? This is really annoying.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
That's actually what I need to do. It's so funny. It's so funny that that's actually what I do need to do. I've got an app that does this for me. And it's so funny because like
want to develop an app?
I just don't understand why it's doing that. Like, why is it being so mean to me? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? What about this? If I press that button, what does that do?
I popped up on your screen.
Oh, wait. I had a... Yeah, there we go. Now you're giant. Like, you know what? That's better.
Okay. Yeah,
that's better.
Better
Are we happy? Obviously, I can't see any comments coming through. Let's have a look to see if there's actually any comments on this.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, oh, wow, there's comments! People are watching. It's so funny.
Hi, Joe. What's up?
Oh, that's Electra being like, Dean, you idiot. Yeah. You're actually live.
Hi, Electra.
You know what? There was no way I was leaving you in such a tiny little, look how tiny it was. Did you see how tiny it was before? Right. Back to big. I forgot that I had built in a button that was my backup security button. It's a macros button. It was one of the reasons I upgraded my switcher. Right, Joe, it's so good to have you on this show. And first of all, I would like to apologize because both myself and Hudson both separately thought that the other person was arranging the wine, which is epic. Epic. Like, there's no small way to describe how epic that is.
That's a pretty big fail.
That's and also, Joe, have you ever seen this? Right, I kind of wanted to play the video of this. I promise you I'll play the video of this. There's a guy who sells this online, and it kept popping up on all my adverts. You've probably seen it. It's like the greatest salesperson ever. And he's like, you know, do you get home in the afternoon, you want a bottle of wine, and you know, there's all the problems with opening
it. Yeah,
look at this. Like, so he opens. Do we have a bottle of wine to open?
No, we just said that.
Yeah, we just don't.
We have no wine.
Right. So the idea is, you stab this into the top of the wine, right? Like right through there, and then you pump this, and air goes in. It pops the top off. It's pretty cool. It looked like a great. Like, the guy sold it to me.
Dude, that's
I was
like
so sold. Yeah, but it looked great on
I
video.
know it. He's hilarious. I think that's
See,
something
he's
fucking
so,
up.
The salesperson is amazing.
But it's not.
The best salesperson. I was like,
It's
I'm
not.
buying that. I don't care how much it is. That guy's the best salesperson ever. So is this legit in the wine world?
What the fuck? We evolved so far long ago. We
But what's
don't
wrong
need shit
with
that.
why can't you just stab through the cork like
But
that?
what's the need? Like, the amount of shit that can possibly go wrong is unbelievable.
What about Coravin units and stuff?
Again,
Don't
you're
they
doing the same
stabby
thing.
McStab?
And what, 1 in 1,000 of those, the fucking pressure blows the neck out. There's so many other stupid ways to do it.
Okay. All right, you've been told, ladies and gentlemen.
Just
Like,
cool.
I wish I had the video, because I would play the video for you, and then you would be sold. The salesman was so good. I was like, that guy. I want to be like that guy when I grow up. That's how good he was. But yeah, I bought it. I don't know how much it cost. I think it was like 20 quid or something, maybe 10 quid. Look. Vacuumy job. You put that in the top of your wine bottle. Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Does that actually make a difference? Right?
It makes a little bit of a difference, yeah. 100%.
Do it? How do I not have anything with
That's
a cork?
what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Have a look at this.
That's tequila.
See, look. Right?
Yeah.
Bam. Pretty nifty.
What's the pressure like?
I have no idea.
Pull it up.
Wait. Ooh!
It works.
Right, so it's not so bad.
No,
So-
100%. I never said anything about that. It's this fucking standing shit that I'm like, do you really want drunk people fucking playing around at home like with a fucking 4-inch needle?
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, Joe, you've seen it. You've seen the salesperson. I really wish I had the video ready to queue up, but he was amazing. He was pretty cool. Right, so perfect sound, boys. Whoop whoop. I know he's hilarious. This is going to be epic. All right, now let's talk. Let's just get straight into it, right? I want to actually. Where did I put my little timer? Did you see I had a timer here?
No.
Oh, I'll get it after Mitch's minute, right? So it is now 2:15, right?
Wicked.
So I want to not have 1 hour long episodes,
Okay.
but just be short and concise and fun, right? Wouldn't that be interesting for people instead of like a whole hour of just back and forth, like, hi, how are you? And who are you? And what do you do? And all that. Because people already know you. You're really famous.
I don't think
Right?
I really don't think I am.
And for people that don't know Stuart Hudson, right? Stuart Holiday Hudson. Who gave you that nickname?
3 different people, 3 different jobs, independent of each other. Yeah, that one's just...
Did Julian DeFerrell claim to be the
No,
inventor of the
fuck
name?
off. Like,
No?
he wasn't even working. It was Louis Smith was the first person to coin
Louis.
it. Was the first person to coin
Louis
holiday.
is so cool.
I know,
Isn't
really
he?
is.
So if you don't know Louis Smith, he's one of the coolest people I've ever known, right? Like, I wouldn't say we're friends, because he's one of those people that if
He's
you
too
were
cool
in
for
school, he
friends.
would have been one of the cool kids.
He's too cool for friends.
He's too cool to have friends. That's it. That's exactly like
Close personal
even if you were
associates.
like his best man at his wedding, you'd still be considered part of his entourage. You know? That's how cool he is.
He wrote that. Yeah, 100%.
That's how cool he is.
He really is.
He was like definitely one of the coolest people I've ever met. I want to go to his bar actually. I still haven't been.
Let's jump in the car after this.
Well, I can't because I will have driven. I will have drinking. I'll have been drunken.
Yeah.
I'll have drunk and therefore cannot drive. I have a rule.
So we've got Ubers, yeah?
Mate, not all the way out to Bath. He lives in Bath.
Sean got one to fucking Manchester the other day.
No! How?
All the trains went down in Euston. He was literally he
Oh.
was like, I'm not staying here. I'm not staying here. Fucking got
That's evil. Wow. Okay, right.
cool.
Wine, right? Now, I wanted to do a bunch of stuff in this. I've got Prosecco and I've got Aperol and I've got stuff like that, but that's not really what I want to talk about. I want to kind of talk about you and your understanding of wine-based cocktails and what you consider legit. Because one of the things for me, I love wine-based cocktails, right? Like I've been messing about with wine forever.
Yeah.
And obviously I try not to know anything about wine, as Joe knows. I know enough to kind of have an idea what I like the flavor of. But I do try not to get too much into wine, because otherwise I'll get kind of bogged down, and to me it feels a bit snobby.
No, it's not.
Right?
It's fun as fuck. And
yeah, that's the thing I kind of want to kind of touch on today, right?
Yeah.
Like, so for me, wine-based cocktails, Aperol Spritz is the first thing that comes to mind.
Cool. Yeah, it's not necessarily about
wine cocktails.
You wouldn't necessarily jump straight off the top of my head to me, but massively huge over in Italy and stuff like that.
And then
there's such a massive range of wine cocktails that predate that by hundreds of years and stuff, which are really cool to play in. And a lot of us think champagne cocktail. Everyone knows that one. Everyone loves
champagne cocktail.
It's like it's one of the first you learn as a bartender. And it is when made well a beautiful drink. But there's a heap of other ones out there.
So what's your spec on a champagne cocktail?
My spec, I go way back to the original, which is.
Does it have cognac and stuff in it?
No.
Does it have absinthe?
No.
What about Curacao?
No.
We've known each other for a long time.
This will go on for much longer than an hour.
Wind each other up. So what's in? Tell people definitively at home what's in a champagne cocktail.
So how
and I'm gonna make it as you describe it, but with prosecco.
No,
I'm gonna make a prosecco cocktail.
No,
what about a cava cocktail?
No. Cool.
Why?
No, because again, if you let me finish, I could answer the fucking question.
All right. Go for it. Keep going.
The original first comes out about 1850, 1855, and it is from Panama.
Panama?
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, the first written reference for a champagne cocktail comes from Panama. And it included, obviously, sugar, we know, champagne, and bitters. But if you look at the styles of champagne being used back then, they were all dessert, sweeter styles of what we know now. And it was served on crushed ice. So that's what you should be playing at.
Ooh.
A dessert style cocktail, a dessert style champagne with sugar syrup and bitters over crushed ice, and you have this ethereal, beautiful beverage. So much better than. And even for the next 50 years, you had ice in all of your champagne cocktails. Even Harry Craddock in the Savoy set serves it in a coupe over a lump of ice.
With a lump of ice.
Because that was the style of the champagne, and the bartenders followed suit with that. But you look at the modern interpretation of it served.
It's quite dry.
So dry. It's fucking shit. Let's be honest about it. It's in a coupe. It's in a coupe with a sugar cube, bitters, and a bit of cognac. So the drink, as it warms up, gets more
increasingly
and more
rancid.
Shit. It gets shit. So try it if you really like a champagne cocktail.
So
try it the other way.
Joe is saying there would have been double ruche, is it?
Yeah, imagine drinking a Sauterne, drinking a Sauterne on ice. And that's about where you're at.
Man, that sounds like I've got
double riche. Yeah.
I've got like quite a sweet tooth, so
mate, they're phenomenal, and that's why when you try it this style, you'll go, oh shit, okay, now I get it.
But can I ask, right? So you've got a champagne, and my understanding of champagne is limited, but my understanding is that they do the riddling, right, and it gets like this, and then it gets like that, and all the yeast is at the end, and then they freeze it, pop the yeast out, and then the disgorgement, and then they add dosage back in. Now the dosage, where are the sugars coming from in the dosage? Is that like grape sugar?
No,
it's normal sugar.
It's cane sugar,
Yeah, so if they're adding cane sugar to bring the dosage up, is it not safe to assume that you could just add more sugar to your champagne cocktail and not have to use a demi-sec or
Yes, 100% you can, but it's how you're adding it. Whether
how it's perceived.
If you're going to serve it in a flute over sugar, that's not the right way. So look at it go back, try it on crushed ice, add more sugar to that, and enjoy that drink. But don't try and add it in a more modern, just in a glass by itself. It's not going to work. It's going to, and also, if you think about the liqueur de triage, which is what they call that liquid they add back in. If you look at that, it's when they add that liquid to the champagne, it's got all of that time to sit there and settle
and merge with it.
Like you're talking months, sometimes years.
And there might be
those flavors get to meld and actually become more seamless.
That was the next thing.
Yeah,
I was about to ask, like, does having sugar in the bottle for a prolonged period of time, like, do the last little bits of yeast that might have been active in the bottle kind of eat that sugar and die off?
To do a second ferment.
Exactly. So it would actually. It would actually change the flavor of the wine inside the bottle. Yeah. Therefore, us adding sugar
the second
later.
Ferment, the disgorgement happens after the second ferment. I got those mixed up.
But there's gonna be flavor.
There is going to be flavor coming through that as a result.
So what can we make? Right. Let me see now. You're focusing on wine cocktails in the bar that you're about to open, right? Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yes, we are.
All right, great. Now, wine, is it wine based as in could be distilled into cognac? Is it wine based as in so I could take a vermouth, for example?
100%.
And that would be okay.
Yeah, man.
So let's
we use a lot of
let's put you to the test here.
Cool.
I am going to take out all the wine based stuff that I have here. Right?
I guarantee you, I'll pull out about another 30 fucking things you don't have that you do have.
That I don't even realize.
That's the thing, because why we're looking at doing this at Bar Libre is to have fun and really shout about this massive history of mixing with wine. Like, one of the books that a lot of our drinks come from is probably one of my all-time favorites, Harry Johnson. And the reason we wanted to showcase that was to kind of show that there is this huge history of mixing with wine, and it's quite often outside of how you think about mixing with wine. But yeah, all of these things. You want to grab the pisco out of your rail as well?
Well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to test you, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're a very competitive person. I know that. I'm going to test you by just grabbing a bunch of stuff out and be like, right, where's a classic? What's a what? My on the cover, which you never seen.
Yeah. No.
Stuart didn't look at what I shared, but on the cover for
shared it though. I did share it.
Did you? Okay, nice. For on the cover for this video, I actually posted like what are 3 classic cocktails that classic wine-based cocktails that everyone should know.
Cool.
So the first top 3 that popped to mind, and I hoped that we might make those, or at least 1 or 2 of them, to give people an insight into some cocktails.
Two or three straight up on the bar that I could
easily make.
Yeah, which are on our opening menu, and some of my favorite drinks.
Okay.
So yeah,
let's start with that.
Golden. Okay. Cool.
Wait.
Let's start, but no, wait.
Wait. I'm gonna add to this so that it gives you a bit more breadth to work from. I've got Blandies, the Cercio, the Rodello, and the Barolo.
We'll actually be doing quite a bit of work with those guys.
You're going to work with Blandies?
Yeah, of course. You hooked us
nice.
up.
Okay, awesome. They're good.
They're amazing. Lovely guys. And then we're going to have some of their Madeiras on our cocktail list, and plus they are contributing very generously, as are quite a few of my patrons, towards the signature cocktail of Bar Libre.
What's the signature cocktail going to be?
And
it's got this in it. Or one of them.
A much higher version.
Oh, fancy!
We're not here to fuck spiders.
No one's going to get that, you know.
Yeah.
In Australia, people say stuff like, "We're not here to fuck spiders," right?
Because it's such a ridiculous thing. It's fun.
How hard would that be, actually?
It's fucking impossible. Okay, so there's a drink that I have literally been waiting 15 years to make. I honestly don't believe it's probably been made in the last century, or definitely not to the spec that we're going to make it.
Spec,
the original hardcore, full on. We're going balls to the wall on this spec. So it's a drink called the Empire Punch, again from the legend that is Harry Johnson. And in his book, there's countless, his and Jerry Thomas's book, there's countless wine cocktails out there. Heaps of beautiful recipes, some disgusting recipes, but many beautiful recipes. But there's one that has stood out for yeah, literally 15 years now, and I've been dying to make this drink. And in his book, he lists about 20 different cocktails that have red wine of some description. But there's one that he talks about that he brand calls. Only one in the entire thing does he brand call a particular red wine. And I had just moved over from working with wine to working at a bar and was given this book about 15 years ago. And I went, what the fuck? I need this drink in my face. And he calls for Chateau Lafite in the drink, which, if for those who don't know,
I even know that.
Yeah.
Not...
So for those who don't know, Chateau Lafite is probably one of the most revered red wines on the planet. Also one of the most expensive, one of the most highly sought after in the Asian market, or in any fucking market really. But yeah, he calls for 4 bottles of Chateau Lafite to be dumped into this cocktail. So instantly I went, what are we doing? I want it.
How can you do that?
Yeah. So we're going to make the full recipe as our opening drink for Barley Bird next week. So
the full recipe has 4 bottles of Chateau Lafite. What else is in there?
There's 6-pack of Dom.
Dom Perignon. Like, do
Yeah.
they even do a non-vintage? Do they do a non-vintage? They must do a non-vintage. No?
No, 2010's the current vintage. Yeah, it's only
Oh, right.
vintage.
So
Yeah. So 6-pack
so
of that.
4 Chateau Lafite, 6-pack of Dom.
6-pack of Patricia 6 Petunias Tokoi. 1 bottle of Hennessy Parody.
How big is this?
It's
But Hennessy Parody was around back then?
No, but we just we went. My
Every ingredient needs to be at the same
yeah,
level.
like, otherwise, what's the fucking point? If we're gonna do it well or fuck off. So that we're going to. I'm gonna batch 24 bottles of liquid into a plastic tub over sugar. So that's gonna be so much fun.
Into a plastic tub.
Well, I gotta batch it, and then I gotta
How
bottle
big
it.
will this be?
What 24 bottles works out at what, just under 20 liters of liquid?
I've got 1810 stainless steel 75-liter keg, and we'll clean it out properly.
Yeah.
And it'll do it justice,
Yeah.
because like plastic, I mean, you might as well put it in.
Am I bloody invited?
Yeah. So actually, how are you going to serve it? Because I've got like corny keg. We can clean that out really nice.
Yeah.
We might just take a normal bottle of Hennessy VS and wash it out with Hennessy VS. just because that's how boring we're going to be. And then what? Like, and then if you batched it into that, at least you could decant it accurately.
And that's what I was going to speak to you about, actually, because that's what we wanted to look at doing. We want to look at doing this into because there is some soda and the Dom and stuff like that, so we'll have a light carbonation. We wanted to retain that.
Recarbonate it.
Yeah, and basically serve it under carbonation at the correct PSI. So we will serve it as individual bottles in the bar. So it'll be a 200ml bottle.
Yeah, my first instinct was, when you said you wanted to put the carbonation back into it, was to put it on a tap.
No.
But I mean, then...
Then that would be pretty boring.
Quantity control. Maybe like we've sold 18 of these. Well, we've only got 200 serves, and then bam, the keg runs out.
Yeah.
Like, how could you know who was drinking it?
A pretty good idea. So yeah, that's the idea. Is we're gonna bottle this thing up in 200ml bottles, and then serve as individual serves.
Wow, that's cool. So these kind of guys, piccolos.
Yeah, basically, bang on. Piccolo like that will with a crown cap that will just flick off, pour, and then sorry, lost all my words. And then obviously garnish with berries in season ornately, as Harry calls
Does it go over ice?
It will go over 1 large spear.
Large spear of ice. Okay, so what are we making?
So, okay.
We've run out of Guinness.
No, really?
I mean,
Are you sure?
I mean, our Guinness is empty. Let's drink wine cocktails.
Okay, fine.
It's what the people have paid nothing to see.
Yeah, fine. Okay, so straight off the bat,
They didn't
one
ask
of
for
my
this.
favourites, which again is a really lesser known one. I heard someone
Can
mention
we
it
get an
earlier.
answer for poor Joe?
Um,
Is he bloody invited?
well, I don't know, Joe. I love you, but I'm never invited to your shit.
Oh, come on, man.
Cool. Mate, Joe, I will save one for you, of course.
He's got to be invited. How much space is there in the bar?
Well, To what? What's he got to be invited to?
To see it happen.
Oh, to see it happen. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
We can do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
fine.
he's a journalist, man. He'll go back and put it on his show. You know,
Is
he's
he
got
a
a show.
journalist? Yeah, I've seen his show. I love his show.
Is it journalism? Yeah, he's got a show.
Wicked.
He'll be like, I went to Empire Punch Day today.
Yeah, wicked.
We could call Empire Punch Day. Damn, you could do it once a year.
100%.
Well, that would take
We're gonna
considerable
do
investment.
We're gonna like it's not leaving the menu. Like the idea is that
gosh.
it's going to be on the menu, much like how Jake Berger back in the day did it with his brandy cruster, where he had the one of 3 bottles of Abbott's, and he had a whole page dedicated to it. It was a set price.
Yeah.
So we're going to go along those.
Yeah,
lines to
good
make
idea to bottle it into this.
Yeah.
They're crown capped. You've got it as it was. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
And then, yeah,
I can help you with that if you're up for it.
Wicked, 100%. So okay.
Right. So what are we doing?
Okay, cool. Well, you'll let me finish and we'll get to a drink. So, one of my favourite drinks for a long period of time has always been the Adonis, and that which is, for those who don't know, an equal part of Tio Pepe, a sherry of some description, a dry sherry, and orange bitters. Now, there are 2 schools of thought. There is the other school that love the Adonis in the bartending world, and that you just swap out the vermouth.
Wait, you just said Tio Pepe and bitters equal parts.
And a vermouth, dry vermouth in this instance. With an Adonis, it's a sweet vermouth. So there's a drink that, again, fucking going back to this beautiful fucking book we found, which I can't believe isn't everywhere. It's called the Brazil cocktail, and it is Tio Pepe, dry vermouth, Angostura bitters, and 5 ml of absinthe. Okay. All of which are just winning in my book because there's some all-time favourite.
So do you mind, Balthazar is good for the dry?
Yeah.
Yeah, rock and roll. Okay. Because we know we're
going to leave the martini out. You're going to need that in a sec.
After this drink?
Well, you said you wanted 2 drinks that I love off this thing.
Okay, well, can I put it here so I can make a drink and people can see? And we'll do this one. Right. They're right here. They're not going anywhere. Right. So how do I make this? How do I make it in your spec? Equal parts. So stirred over ice and then strain.
No, fucking that. Throw that, mate.
Huh?
Throw it. Like, it's me. If you're going to go, if we're gonna do this, let's do it properly.
Bloody one of those things then. Let's have a look. All right. Here we go. God, throwing. I haven't thrown anything in so long.
Good.
Like. I almost threw my back out this morning. Trying to do exercise. Getting old. Right, so we're going to do a couple of these. Do you serve them over ice? Do you put like a chunk of ice in? I'm going to do large size ones.
Joe, yes.
What's Joe saying?
Joe's asked a question. I just responded.
Can I come and do an episode, Drinks Coach, tasting it with you, Holiday? That sounds great.
Yes, mate. Of course you can.
See?
I'd love that. It's been too long. We need to hang out.
That's what I'm talking about. Media. Joe's a legend.
I know that. That's why I just said yes.
Ooh. So, you know, I got challenged a couple of days ago to do a daiquiri as fast as I could. I had to drink it and stuff. Mate, my heart started racing. I was like, I don't have my coach. But I just rather than overthink it, I just made it on the, like they challenged me. I come behind here. I got the ingredients I needed, and I just made the freaking daiquiri as quick as I could. Yeah. And one take, and that was it, because I couldn't do another take. I had to go. And I was like, afterwards, I was like, that was so slow. That was so slow. I've got the video. I'm gonna share it. It was not 7 seconds. It was like 25 seconds. It felt very slow. And I did it. I shot it. Where's the freaking Angostura bitters? I shot it at 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
When you watch it at 120 frames per second, the like hesitation before I grab something is like a 5-second hesitation. You're like, Dean, damn it, man. What are you doing? You don't know your own bar. I actually thought of you, like if you were watching me do that, it'd be, I might put a couple more dashes of that. Right. And how much absinthe?
5 ml.
5 ml? So I would have used my
no, it's 5 ml per drink.
My jigger that you don't like. Do you like it?
Which
the
one?
plastic.
Okay. It's not. It's not that I don't
think it's
like
great.
it. I love its practicality and what you can do with it.
So part of its practicality is that it sticks to the wall over here. I've got a metal wall because it's magnetic on the bottom. But I had a few drinks the other night and it fell off the wall and then I probably stepped on it and it's dead. That's my jigger. Or like, wait, there's my jigger. Looks great, doesn't it? But like then there's the reality that I'm living with. Killed my jigger.
Okay, now throw it.
I'm going to put a piece of ice in. You know what? I'm like, what am I throwing it into is the question. I'll just throw it into a birdie.
I'd probably put another one in.
Yeah?
Yeah. You want the ice at least going to the bottom, bro.
Right, so I don't know if you've mentioned the name. I know, obviously. I'm not silly. But the name of your bar and place, like, where is it?
So
if people want to come and check it out.
Bar Liber.
Bar Liber.
Yeah, which Liber was the Roman god of wine, viticulture, fertility, and freedom. So we thought, yeah, that sounds pretty much all the cool shit that we want in a bar.
Watching you do this the other day, I come up with a new rule for myself.
Yeah.
Right, so Hudson did this, right? So let me do that one. And I'm just gonna. Oh, that was a stupid idea, Dean. Stupid idea to go messing about.
Yeah, cool.
Right, so Hudson was doing this. So he had like his throwing thing, right? And he went like this. Well, way cooler, but basically, this is the hardest thing to throw in. Looked very serious. He was looking at the camera. Someone was taking a photo of him. Oh, and he did this. Right? And just for a moment, when you can't see where your drink is going that you're about to drink, and it's down here, and he's doing this, I thought, from here on in, if I'm throwing something, it will not go lower than the guest's point of view. You know what I mean? I'll throw high, but I'll make it so that it stops there, and the guests can still see what's going on. You know? I can still see my drink. He's not replacing it with whatever the like drip tray had in it last night. You know? Just a thought. I'm learning as I'm going. Is this enough throwing?
I don't know.
Is it thrown?
No, a bit more.
Mate! Overzealous on the pour. Oh, you've got to do it backwards. Can I have the second one?
You can have one of the.
That's very proud of the glass. That's an Aaron Walpole right there.
If you got it, flaunt it.
All right. Can you still see it? Yeah. See what this is what I'm saying.
You're not throwing it long enough. The idea of a throw is it's meant to be thrown.
Whoa, that's well low. Oh, I started getting speed wobbles towards the end there. What do you serve it in?
Coupe.
Can we do Nick and Nora?
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Is it a coupe? Yeah. And then just cherry.
Oh no, cherry garnish.
Check a lemon.
How do I know?
Check a lemon.
Bloody cherries. I'll bring the cherries inside. Electra really likes cherries. I'll make drinks for my wifey inside. I always put cherries in them. This is going to be a all the way to the top type of job.
Well, one of them is, the other's not. Also, if you throw a drink, don't fucking spray lemon over the top. Spray it over the bottom.
Why is that?
Because if you do it over the top,
the aroma.
No, because if you do it over the top, it just coats the glass with oils and won't then. So yeah.
Slancha.
Brazil cocktail. 2 types of wine. Yeah, right? Better than both the fucking Adonis and the fucking bamboo.
The absinthe just changes flavor. Like it's like how do I describe that? I need someone who's got like a good palate, and someone that could actually sit and do the W set things and be like, I'm tasting hints of, and then actually put enough bits on the paper to get full marks. You know, you have to have used 20 different things. It's like I'm getting oak and grapes and grape stems and must and lees and yeast, and like you run out of stuff to say, right?
How fucking good is that?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's actually.
and this is the thing. It blows my fucking mind. It shows up in only the 1900 edition of his book.
And what's the ABV of that?
Like,
Because what,
so
this is
your
19.
Your highest. Is
That's 19. Your other one's
yeah.
what, 15?
So you'll be looking at.
What's the Tio Pepe at?
Tio Pepe is about 15 and a half. Memory serves.
So yeah, it's 15. So
17 Dutch maps.
what, you're looking at like 17, and then with dilution, like say it was almost equal
be down
parts
at 15.
dilution. Yeah, it's low ABV.
Yeah,
Or
and that's
mid.
the beautiful.
You
That's the
could say
beautiful
it's in the
thing
middle.
of wine cocktails in general and stuff. It's a beautiful low ABV category.
The
They
full
were the
flavor, but
original-
low
they
ABV,
were the-
because that's what I put on there.
Yeah, that's what they like.
thought I might mention. that.
Predating fucking everything. Like these guys were doing low ABV long before this was a thing, before a fad or anything like that. This is just.
I
what they
love that you say it's a fact, because I there's part of me that's like, cool. There are low ABV cocktails. There were always low ABV cocktails.
Yeah.
But now low ABV cocktails are like, you put
It's a banner
something with
statement.
normal. No, but they almost. It's like people have decided that to make something that's non-alcoholic or low ABV, you have to use a full-priced non-alcoholic product.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple of things like the Everleaf guys, like
Yeah.
they created a flavor that I can't recreate with non-alcoholic
And that's
ingredients
cool.
traditionally. But when something just tastes like spice, it's
Yeah.
like, well, why don't we just use spices? No offense, I'll probably come around to it at some point. But like,
Angostura, dash of Angostura.
Yeah.
And it's got alcohol. No, it's a food stuff. It is not an alcoholic ingredient. It is food stuff. I don't really care.
You'll have to tell that to. Do you remember the first time I did a festival in the UK? I was up in that monkey shoulder bar, and we got told no more drinks, right, up where we were. So we went to the last. It was the Vibrofa stand, and Michael Butt was running it, and a bunch of bartenders rushed this stand and say like, "Hey, oh, one last drink," and Michael's like, "Nope, we're not allowed to serve alcohol anymore." And I was like, "Hey mate, I've got like a hiccups. Can I get like a lime wedge and some sugar on it and a bottle and some Angostura bitters?" And he goes, "Yeah mate, not a problem." And he does the whole lime wedge thing, and he gives me the bottle of Angostura, and I was like, "Pop!" He was like, "Touche!" Didn't see that one coming, did you, Michael Butt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably forgot about that, but I thought it was quite cool, and everyone else was
Michael Butt doesn't forget.
everyone else
There's
was
not
like,
a chance.
"Wow, okay, mate," because I did need a shot of something, and that shot of Angostura bitters really hit the spot. They say it's non-potable, but it's very potable.
Oh, 100% is. It's beautiful.
All right, let's enjoy this Guinness.
Yeah. But you want, yeah.
I've got an idea for where we might have a bottle of wine, because there's actually a bottle of wine inside that we opened last night.
I'm pretty sure I could find several bottles of wine.
There are some bottles of wine inside.
Am I not allowed inside?
Yeah, you're allowed inside, but I mean, there are some bottles of wine inside. There are bottles of champagne that Hudson knows that we have, but those bottles of champagne are not only rare, they're extremely rare, and they're for a special occasion. And as much as I love this show, I share special occasions with my wife for fear of death. And she bought the
Hi,
bottles
Electra.
of champagne. Hello, Electra. So absolutely no. There are things that belong to me. And there are things that belong to my wife, and I know exactly where the boundary is of the things I open by myself and the things I wait to open.
And that's why. And
with
that's why I love
wifey.
you.
So that's why we keep up. I could literally be blackout drunk and still not dumb enough to make that mistake. Right. So knowing that we're going to be talking about wine cocktails, I asked Mitch for Mitch's minute to give me his take on wine cocktails.
G'day, Mitch.
Oh, g'day, mate.
Oh, bloody
And
lucky
let's
to get to
see
see out
how
there.
this pans out.
Mate, greetings from the incredibly rare afternoon minute. Favorite wine-based cocktail, Negroni Spagliato is definitely the first thing that springs to mind. I'm pretty sure I made up the origin story in my head, and I've just told it so many times I believe it to be true. The white wine version, I think it's called Biscoletta. Yeah, you can miss me with that. I've never had a good one. Bamboo and Adonis obviously spring to mind, though if you go and order them in 10 bars, you'll get 10 different drinks, or at least in my experience, or a hybrid of both. So I only really drink them when I make them for myself. But as a standout, I would have to say Luke Ashton and Charlie Ainsbury's Belafonte, which is like an inside out or a back to front London Calling. You called it a Royale, I think, one time. I don't think that's. I think of a Royale without ice, and I generally see those served in a goblet with ice. So that's my take.
Right, so
Cool.
so we got distracted.
Yeah,
When Mitch's
100%.
minute was on, we did nothing. We didn't get the red wine.
Also, Joe,
And,
that pinotage, mate, fucking
and-
disgusting.
yeah.
So bad.
And Hudson missed what Mitch was saying. Mitch said that one of his favorite drinks is a Belafonte, and it's by Luke Ashton
Yeah.
and Charlie Ainsbury in Australia, sunny Australia.
Sunny.
Like, mate, they are legends when it comes to making cocktails.
They are. Their drinks are dope.
But the drink is a combination of, I believe. God, no, I've forgotten it completely. It's
I
basically
heard London Calling.
it's basically like gin, Tio Pepe, lemon juice, I believe sugar, and it's topped with champagne. So it's like it
A
more or
London
less.
Calling Royale.
Right. Okay. So it's not just me. I would call it a London Calling Royale. Like I would
Yeah.
make a London Calling and then serve it
Fucking-
with add champagne, and you're
Yeah.
calling champagne. Or I was taught that a twist of absinthe, depending on who it was also considered a Royale. But to me, champagne.
That's,
So if you
yeah.
if you took a cocktail like a gin sour is gin sour. If you add soda, it becomes a gin fizz, more or less. But if you added champagne, it was a gin sour Royale.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was my understanding. Classic training.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So I'm not on my own because that's what actually played at the end of the video.
Okay.
That was the point that
Oh,
I made.
okay.
Because I said to Mitch when he said he liked that cocktail, I was like, mate, it's like a London Calling Royale.
Yeah.
It's like just a Lemon Calling
Yeah,
Royale.
no, it is.
And he was like, he said he would consider a Royale to not have ice in it and everything, which makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
This has ice in it.
I can see that argument.
So-
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's an argument. If it
Oh
sounds.
no, not yeah. I fucking yeah. You know what I mean.
But for me, it's like all that. Yeah, how do you, for me, if Charlie Ainsbury's making a drink, I mean,
It's
has
gonna
he
be- yeah.
ever made a bad drink? How do more people not know Charlie Ainsbury? That's what Australia
he
needs
kind
to
of
get
kept his
better
head-
PR.
No, true, but he did. He smashed it for ages, and then kind of went and did his own little thing with when he opened his own bars and stuff like that.
He
So
focused on his customers.
yeah, exactly.
Instead of focusing on getting
for
the most
ages,
attention.
he was fucking like you heard about him all the time over here and stuff like that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, like when I was
'Cause
working with
I
Penny
don't
and
see-
stuff, he was.
This conversation's gone from wine cocktails, but basically, I don't see enough coming out of what's going on in Australia here in the UK.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just my circle, but I mean, where's the
Less so
mainstream
than you,
media?
less so than you used to and stuff. For 100%, I
Yeah.
don't see it anyway.
Well, everything's closing. You see, Imbibe, no more Imbibe. They closed Imbibe.
You know, I know.
They cancelled Imbibe. So now there's only one outlet for information. Is there just one? Is it just Hamish?
If you build it, then.
Is it just Hamish?
There can be only one.
Hamish is like,
Hamish has gone fucking
Excellent.
full Highlander on this shit.
Like,
It's like,
that's
it
like-
will be mine.
Yeah,
Oh
it
yes, it
will be
will
only
be
one.
mine.
Oh, someone needs to Photoshop a picture of Hamish in the
As Highlander.
Yeah, that's basically what's happened. There's like one media source left. God. That's
Right.
crazy.
Okay. What are we
Right,
doing?
where are we? Shall we do one more?
Okay.
Now, your bar is going to open. When is it going to open? Barley Burr
Next weekend.
next weekend.
Yeah.
And that's so soon.
I know. It's fucking freaking me
people
out a
won't
little
see this
bit.
for a week. They'll be like, today? When did this video come out? Right.
You
So,
fucking what?
so when it opens, you're going to focus on wine-based.
So
Cocktails,
no,
like, or-
no. So the idea and the concept is we're celebrating all things wine. So we've got a massive amount of wines that we do by the glass. Like everything is by the glass. So we've got like what? Fuck, it's now. Well, I kept saying 60 for a long time, and we're now at about 75 by the glass wine wise.
When that's all rigged up, or is it like right now it's all going?
Yeah,
Or
we
do
got
you
like
have a-
we got like 70 wines in that place that we're doing all by the glass. So we're doing a wine preservation system that I used to do like 2 decades ago back in Australia.
Australia. Ahead of the curve, mate.
Yeah, and literally, hey, look at how the fuck no one's worked out how to do this on a
No
big
one's
scale.
sharing it. No one's telling anyone.
But
Yeah,
so
anyway.
we've got fucking rather.
Do you have a 4-inch needle that you
Yeah,
stick into the
no,
top of a
no,
bottle?
we got a fucking gas canister like that.
Yeah.
Like, we've just gone on a bigger scale.
Big scale. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So then we've got our wine cocktails. So we'll have like 20 different wine cocktails.
Mhm.
And then we are trying to tie everything back into wine as much as possible. So we will have a massive selection of beautiful whiskies and things like that that are on a wine cask finish. We'll have a huge cognac
that
and
makes
grape-based
it so
distillate.
much. Okay, because that opens you up to a lot more.
So much stuff.
Like
mate.
like Irish whiskey with a Bordeaux cask kind of finish.
No.
and-
Our house
and-
Irish whiskey is a fucking Amarone cask.
Yeah, see,
So
nice.
yeah, and it's like 30 quid a bottle, which is so easy, so
Yeah.
dope. You can play with that kind of stuff. So
That's-
all of our stuff is
That's amazing.
ties back into grape. Our beers,
oh,
we'll have
damn.
three different beers that are all tie back into
Are you going to
grape.
have Balvenie 21 port with espresso martini?
Maybe. We are looking at a few different espresso martini options. Yeah. But basically everything is by the book.
Everything's all right.
Like, that's the point. It's like look, the tagline is Baliber making wine fun again. That's what we want.
Making
Just
wine.
fun again.
Okay.
We want to
So-
get rid of all this bullshit pretense and actually, like, it's fun.
Are you going to
it's
have like
relaxing.
red caps with MWFA?
Yeah. Fuck no, but I like where that's going.
Woofer? Woofer? What's a woofer? Like making
What's he
wine fun
saying?
again.
When is it open? Yeah.
See, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking. The green spot,
Yeah.
whatever that other thing
Already
is.
fucking got that.
It was the best.
I know.
I had like
Yeah.
a half a
No,
bottle
my
sat here
favorite,
once
my
upon a
all-time
time,
favorite is fucking
and it disappeared in one shot.
Glenmorangie,
half a bottle.
1981 Sauterne cask
Yeah.
finish. And that has been in my top 3 whiskies since I first tried it back at like 20 years ago, and it came out as Glenmorangie buying some casks of Sauterne off probably the greatest chateau dessert wine in the world, Chateau Yquem, and Chateau Yquem going, you can't use our name, and so they went, okay, cool, we won't use your name. So they just went Glenmorangie Sauterne cask finish, Premier Grand Cru Sauterne cask finish. Now, for those that are into wine, Premier Grand Cru Sauterne, there's fucking one house that can put that on the label, and that's Yquem. So they worked out how to put that on the label without actually putting it on the label, which I thought was dope. But it is fucking
Right,
nice.
so this is top secret. It doesn't exist.
Oh, wicked! I love that kind of
but
stuff.
this is the kind of stuff that.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. So it's just all this fun stuff. So we've got-
And could you approach people and say, I want a whiskey with a unique wine finish. Have you got anything that's like single cask?
I
and-
could maybe have already approached people.
Okay, nice. That's so cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna have. Yeah, the idea is it's like what can we tie into wine? Fuck it, it's fun. Let's go with it. Yeah, we really want to.
I forgot this is cask strength. It's like 62.
Unbelievable! A whiskey has affected you.
No, I just forgot. I just thought I'd pre-warn you so you're not like. But,
Where is Baliber, bro?
So Barley Burr
Oh,
is.
Fuck, that's delicious.
Where is it? Yeah, how good is it?
Jesus, fuck, that's so good.
That's like the only. That's the only bottle. That's all there is.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So Baliber is we are. Okay, now I need to explain how the Baliber. So we are taking up a residency in a place called St. Paul, Islington, which is about 300 meters from Highbury Islington Tube Station. So my business partner in another project is the owner operator of St. Paul for the last kind of 3 years, and my business partner in Baliber, a guy called Richard Hiddleston, he and I basically approached Mark and went, why don't we do this partnership? All parties went, that sounds awesome, let's do this. And so yeah, we will be 274B St. Paul's Road, Islington. So Baliber at St. Paul.
Right. Very cool.
Wicked.
So I kind of promised that we'd talk about at least 3 wine cocktails.
Hang on. We've done the Empire Punch. We've
We did
done
the Empire
the
Punch.
Brazil.
The Brazil.
We have spoken about several, the champagne cocktail. We've spoken about 4 or 5.
Oh, wait.
But do you want to make one?
Can I bastardize the like champagne cocktail with some cava or prosecco? Like,
no.
Why?
No, just well, of course you can. Anything can be bastardized. Anything can.
Can we just call it a ghetto superstar?
Yeah, but it's not going to be the right sweetness. It won't work. I would suggest making another fucking drink, which is super dope and one that I love on our current menu. I say current, but it's not really. It's like fucking okay. So again, this is one that we had a lot.
Also, this episode might just get taken down by YouTube because they rate how many swear words you have.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, you can't fucking swear, man.
You could have told me that earlier.
I thought you knew about this.
How? Why would I know?
Whatever.
How would I know this? Okay,
look,
YouTube. I'm really sorry. I honestly didn't mean to swear so much.
YouTube, they don't physically watch.
Yeah, I was being facetious.
I'm actually just like, this is just practice for me.
Cool.
You know, I'm practicing being in front of a camera until I feel comfortable with it.
Awesome. So one that we have played around with quite a bit, and one which we think we've come across something that not too many other people have really delved into is the vermouth cocktail. Now people know the vermouth cocktail obviously, but they're in this again this beautiful. Just seriously, go and buy this book. If you haven't got this book, you should kill yourself.
We can't do that here.
Okay, I'm telling you, go and buy this book. It's so good.
Everyone knows this book.
Yeah, no, they don't. That's the really sad thing. They really don't.
Everyone knows that book.
Yeah, but not everyone's got it, and that's the problem. Like, this is what everyone should be going out and delving into. Like, it is. Like, the best thing about it is it's only the last third of the book is recipes. Everything else is how you should run or conduct yourself.
Do you know, one of my favorite quotes ever, and I think most relevant to this time, is in this book.
100%. I know exactly where you're going with it.
The mutual relationships of employer and employee. Where is it? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep. I know exactly where you're going with this.
I'm never going to find it, am I?
No.
There's so much.
So that's it. There's so much information, and both of us geek out about this book.
He says that I try to impress on every bartender's mind that he should study his business as much as possible in every way, so that he be entitled the highest salary paid. For I do not believe in cheap bartenders. It is much better for a proprietor to pay high wages to those fully understanding their business than to hire, in quotes, shoemakers. If I've ever called you a shoemaker, now you know why.
Yeah.
Right? Who have little, if any, knowledge of the business. Cheap men, and Julie Reiner pointed out it should be cheap employees, or like it should be cheap people, as a rule, are worthless. But like, bam, dude.
Yeah.
You know, pay more money for good stuff. That, like...
Again, that's why both of us. But like, you know, this is Dean's copy of the book. Look at all the thumbtags through this, and it's not recipes and stuff like that.
Did you just take my copy down from the?
Yeah,
thing?
I forgot my copy. I left it in a hurry, man.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't know that.
Just there. It literally lives there.
Okay.
I know where your library is.
Yeah.
I know where everything in your fucking library
is. I need to reorganize it all. Did you see my new books?
Oh, no, I don't want to. Yeah.
I got some new books.
So anyway. The drink that we're talking about in this is the vermouth cocktail. Not that unknown, but there is something that we think we found in this book which is quite interesting in the fact that in all but 2 of his recipes in this edition, and also,
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, and also every single edition of his book, he uses the term gum syrup. Apart from 2 recipes, one of which is the vermouth cocktail that he uses gum. And we were like, did he make an omission? Did he fuck up? What? So we went through every edition of every copy of his book and found that he doesn't make that omission ever again in any reference. So there is 20 other syrups that he talks about. At no point does he ever omit the word syrup. And he only ever does that when he talks about this one drink. And so we went, this isn't a guy that fucks up. There's a pretty good chance that he intentionally meant gum as a solution, not as a
And
syrup.
I mean, the guy is known to be efficient.
Oh yeah,
And,
pretty
and meticulous.
pretty dialed in on what he wants to do and say with his drinks. So we went, okay, let's play with gum syrup, gum solution.
So
And-
it's effectively a concentrated gum solution as opposed to gum syrup, which would have sugar added. It's
Yeah.
pure, add viscosity and
And
texture to
texture.
the drink without additional sweetness, right?
Yeah,
So that's what it's hinting towards.
yeah, but
How can we can't make that drink?
we can.
Ooh.
So we're gonna go through, and you're gonna
Let's
make it.
see how we piratize that drink.
Yeah, yeah. So if you can pour in 80 ml of your martini rossi.
I like to add sound effects when things get
Fuck yeah.
heated. 80 mil.
Yeah. Oh.
Is everything all right?
Yeah.
And then what?
And then some bitters.
Some bitters.
3 dashes of bitters.
And it's Angostura, right?
Yeah.
So 3 dashes. God, do you know what? You know what I've always thought?
Yeah.
What if back in the day Angostura had even bigger bitter hole punches than they do today, right? Because they didn't have to worry about.
Have you
tax.
changed, just out of interest, sorry to interrupt, have you changed your bitters recently?
What do you mean?
Because we've had this, like 2 new bottles of Angostura come in.
Oh, different color, yeah.
It literally changes
I'm
the
with you.
entire
It's a
drink.
different color.
It's like, but it's only happened in the last month.
It's definitely a different color.
Yeah, yeah, it's like
Someone-
totally,
I-
totally. They've
try to
changed
do-
their fucking recipe.
Try to do a show with Daniel and be like, "Hey, bro, what's going on?" Because it's a pinker kind of. It's a different color. It's a different color. If anyone's, the fact that I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different color. Right.
And then
Sugar.
no sugar. That's the point.
Mayo booyah.
So yeah.
It's a
Now
cocktail.
throw it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
With no gum.
No gone.
All right. All right.
Because there's no sugar. That's the point.
Why would he do that? Why would he still call it a cocktail?
Because the sugar's in the vermouth. You've already got all your sweetening agents. Ah, yeah, 5 ml maraschino. Sorry, my bad.
Ah.
Yeah,
see.
yeah. You got me.
Right.
But yeah, you got your sweetness coming. What the fuck? Yeah. Your maraschino.
No. Where's
There.
the shit is the
There.
maraschino?
There.
Where?
There. Use your eyes like a big boy clone.
Ah, it's in the wrong spot. That's why.
Oh, so you measure everything else, just not that
Yeah.
one.
Hey, I'm trying to relate to people that've just started bartending. Okay, and bartenders with massive egos, and that's the kind of shit they do. Like I stop at the pouring, continue to pour.
Because I lose my motherfucking mind.
Use the jigger? Oh, don't use the jigger! What's wrong with you? Or they're
Goddamn
probably
potato
not.
heads.
Goddamn potato heads! That is the point where I draw the line on that.
Yeah.
That's just absolutely.
Fucking
It should be pretty clear that you don't just continue to pour after the jigger has. Right,
You
so
made it superfluous.
let's do it.
Let's get some big
What?
ice up. Let's...
So I just want to note that
Are you making one or
Obviously-
two?
this is the point. So
Well, there is no point thus far.
that's why I thought it was weird that you said only 60.
No, I
and there was
said
nothing
80.
else. Bloody 80.
It was
So
fucking 80 every time. And 5 ml of maraschino. Dashes of bitters. Don't hum like you're trying to ignore me.
Yeah, I'm ignoring it. I'm ignoring it and pretending it didn't happen. 8 mother flipping dashes. Vintage size dashes. That's what I say. And then what was it?
Yeah, 5 ml of that bad boy.
And do you know the best thing?
What's that?
We could go back and like watch the video back of the 2 different pours of maraschino and compare whether or not they're actually for the same pace and time. No one's ever going to do that.
I got a good to strong feeling you're going to do that though.
I kind of wanted to. I wanted to see how accurate I was.
Mate,
One-
this
one
is
time,
so
one
good.
time I was at Tara 57, right? Cocktail bar run by the legend that is Lee Linford.
Oh, is he in Sydney now?
He's in Sydney. He's back in a bar. He's back behind a bar.
I saw that.
And he's enjoying
Mikey
himself.
Nicholin.
He's enjoying himself.
Mikey Nicholin showed me, or like put up a post, and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Yes,
And
yes."
not only is he behind the bar, he's enjoying himself. He's
Good.
loving it, right? Lee Linford is a great bartender, but he
Phenomenal.
hates people, right? And he hates people, and he hates fads and trends. 4 classic cocktails a night. That's it.
That's it. I
That's
see.
his
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
menu.
yeah. Nice.
And he's enjoying himself, and he's like, it's actually fun. I'm enjoying myself. The owners of this bar are cool. They're good people. It's nice to see. He was in construction for a while.
You fucking
I'm
what?
not even joking, man. Someone that talented in construction.
Wow. What the fuck?
And
man?
I mean, my whole family are construction people. Like, look at these.
It's not
mitts.
about. It's not about. Construction's not a bad thing in any way.
Construction's not
It's
a
just-
bad thing, but I mean,
Yeah.
for our industry to watch people leave it because
which has happened
Horrible
how much
treatment
over
from
this
owners.
fucking. No, but
Yeah.
like not just that. Over the last year.
what am I putting it in?
Coops. Coops. There it is.
Right.
Can you throw it?
No, that's gonna. This is the worst thing for throwing stuff.
So why use that as your throwing vessel if it's the worst thing? Oh, you are a funny bee. Oh, come on.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how it goes. You can see the head already developing on this because of just the sugar that's intrinsically in it. But what happens when you add the gum to it is you get this phenomenal head come through on the drink. And the aromas stay around for so much longer.
and how do you prepare the gum solution?
Well, it was trial and error to start with, but we basically found out what the ratio was because the first time we tried to do it, it turned into glue because we didn't add enough. So yeah, we're at about 4 parts water to 1 part gum. is what
And
we
you have
found.
to heat it, or
No, we just stir it up. Takes a
you
little
should
while.
let me know. I have gum over a beak here.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Oh, it's in the lab side of the bar.
Yeah. So yeah,
Which you
that's
can't see.
literally all we do. Yeah,
You can see that there's those sugars in there.
Yeah, we can see some stuff over there.
So do you want to do you want to add a twist to it?
Again, underneath, yes. On
Yeah.
top, no.
Should we do it while it's in midair, like the Connaught?
No,
Come on,
because
we'll be fancy.
no, like that just fucks the drink. Like why?
And that's the screen, the little snapshot I'm going to share. Should we do it like the Connaught do it? Be fancy, best bar in the world. Nah, that just fucks it. Wow, cool, man. Cool,
But
cool,
no-
cool. Bravery.
No,
Like definition of bravery.
No, for
Look
this
at the
drink,
little sunglasses go.
100%. Because yeah, for this drink, yeah, it does. If you want to look at a martini cool, you're not getting that much of the bubbles being forced in the solution, so spritzing it is going to work and make it slightly better.
Yep,
For what
good
they're
call.
doing, but for what we're doing,
Yeah.
absolutely would fuck the drink.
So for those that don't know Hudson, sharp. Sharp as a tack. There we go. And can I do an orange twist?
You can,
Yeah.
if you so desire.
I love me an orange twist.
I know.
My favorite type of twist. Right. There we go.
Merci beaucoup.
Snatch it.
Fucking dope, isn't it? Like,
I'm amazed that.
now add textures to that through the gum. Fuck, I'm stupid that I forgot to
Add
restart.
add the viscosity of
Yeah.
the gum. It's interesting that is just vermouth and bitters.
100%.
It's got
Touch of
still
maraschino,
sweet.
but again, the
Do you think
maraschino.
it's the aeration has stripped some of the higher volatiles away and made it a bit more earthy and a bit more kind of grounded?
There potentially yes, but the flavors that come out of this drink are just
It's
every single person. This
It's
is the
tasty.
bartender. This
that is
and
actually
the two that
this
I've
is the
presented.
bartender drink. That's
This
it.
and the
Yeah, I would have
bamboo.
said that.
Sorry, the Brazil are the two that everyone has come in and gone. Oh, what the fuck!
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need more of this.
So I'm gonna try to send something to myself so we can end on a video.
Cool.
that I haven't loaded into the system yet, but I think I have. If I can find it.
Should I be
Yeah, I do.
worried?
Yeah, you should be worried. Right, so let me send this to my big computer.
I like that, to the big computer. Which one? There's like fucking 10
There's
screens.
multiple
Yeah,
computers. There's so many screens in here.
It's
getting
people,
ridiculous.
If you ever
There's a
get
new
a
screen
chance,
today.
if you ever get a chance to see this, run.
It's wait, how, if we can count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I think there's got to be more than that, is there?
11,
Surely.
12. If you count the iPad, that's 12.
No,
Oh, no, 13. The one under there.
And what about that? 14.
Whoa, that's not including phones or the computers. Yeah, there's a lot of screens.
Yeah,
there's a lot of screens.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
you know, the idea was that people would come down here. We could watch the football or a fight. And have friends hang out in here and have drinks and stuff and put it on the big screen. Yet to happen.
well, I like that. The big
big
screen's over there. So Dean can stand here and watch it, but no one else can see shit.
Whatever, man. Oh, no, that's on a stand that sits here. It sits there.
What, so you standing in front of it?
No. We sit down and we get drinks out of there.
Okay.
This is...
I've yet to see that happen.
I have to make friends first and then invite them
I've yet
down,
to see that happen.
and then they come down.
Since the creation of the cabin, he's never stood out there to make drinks.
I like it behind you.
No shit.
My little cockpit.
It is amazing.
All right, so let's play a video.
Please.
Right? Wait. Oh, yeah. Here we go. I've changed the settings on my camera. Normally it's on a different focus mode. I can't do it. Wait. Come back. What's the use of having preview mode if you have to unlock it?
It's the age-old question. What is the use?
What is the use? All right, I'm gonna try to load in a video live, and I don't know how this is gonna work out.
That was quite eerie that Mitch just popped up then.
Yeah, he's watching us at all times. Right. So if this works, which I hope it does. This is a call out to the guys from the pump rooms. So if you're not already following the pump rooms and you follow this channel, then you should definitely follow the pump rooms. The pump rooms is a YouTube channel set up by, I'm pretty sure it's Cressy and Ali. Hope I didn't get that wrong. I'm sure it's Cressy and Ali, but I mean, I'm 100% sure it is. But my 100% sure has been not 100% in the past.
It pretty much is.
And they do a wicked show. Anyway, they challenged me to make a daiquiri quickly. And this is the video of me responding to their challenge. I was here yesterday. Mate, you can respond right now if you want to. I'll juice some limes and we'll see what happens.
I like this game.
It's a fun game.
It's a fucking dope game.
But it's different. There's like, you have to put the... anyway.
Do you have to run round and drink it?
Watch.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to drink it.
Yeah, but do you have to run around the bar and drink it?
No, you put it, you make it, and then you drink it.
Okay, cool. I'm down with this.
And I found out that you're supposed to make it, tap the bar, and then drink it, and I didn't tap the bar, so I'm like a second.
That's an
Cressy
amateur
said,
mistake.
Look, it would have been a second.
That's...
But I did it in one go, right? I didn't mess around trying to like practice it, which you can tell. But whatever. Let's see if this works. You guys are awesome. Right. Yeah. All right. Game on. I'm gonna juice my limes and put them in a bottle. It makes a bit more sense for me. You guys are awesome. Right. Right. Set up. Let's do it. I am gonna press record on the actual camera to try to get a high-speed version of this. Right. And let's see what it looks like when old man Dean tries to do what that shit. Okay, ready? Hands on the bar, has to go onto here, and I gotta drink it and stuff. Right. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, go. Ah. I don't know how long that was, but that was my time. Press stop on the camera. Thanks for the challenge, guys. And God, I hope I beat that. I hope I beat your times. Not that I'd be embarrassed if I didn't, to be fair. But now that you've challenged me to something, and I think I've done it. I'm scared I've done something wrong. I challenge you to come be on the show, right? New time, 2 p.m. So show starts at 2 p.m. now. So you should be able to come before a shift, hopefully, if you can get back to Winchester in time. Otherwise, take a Thursday off and we can have drinks into the evening. You know, a little bit of a start with a soiree, end with dessert. It'll be amazing. Anyway, thanks for the challenge, guys. Thanks for thinking of me. I now feel included. I feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself, which is awesome. And yeah, see you soon. If you dare come sit and hang out for a day, it'll be epic. Finish. Deleted my camera angle. My camera angle was lost. Right. So yeah, you know, challenge accepted. I've made my daiquiri. And now I challenge you guys to come and be on the show. And it's really funny because I was like, come sit here. And Hudson was like, that's my spot. It is. It actually pretty much is. Anyway, anyone that's tuned in, anyone that's watching late, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the show. Like and subscribe.
Thank you so much.
You know, I'm going to start being professional now. I need to at some
Any
time
questions?
monetize this.
Send them through to Dean.
Any questions?
We'll endeavour to get back to you.
No. Any questions? Go to Bar Le Beurre in Angel Islington. Is it Hybrid
well,
Islington?
Angel's part of Islington.
Somewhere up that way.
Yeah.
Yonder village. From here. It's really
deep,
far.
Dark South London that we're in now.
Yeah, we're very far south. Really far. We're on the edge of the zone 2. Go check out the bar and ask the questions at the bar after having purchased one of the many Empire Punch cocktails that you're going to make. That's how we need to start selling things, right?
Yeah.
We need to stay in gainful employment.
That we do.
Thanks for tuning in. Have a nice day. And yeah.
Thanks so much, guys.
See you next week. That was my outro button, but it didn't play the outro video.
We're still here, aren't we?
There's no outro
We're
video.
still fucking live.
There's no outro video. Wait, I'm gonna.
You were good, kid, real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best, see?